refer them to Eurus. He has materials and for connecting students with supports and with Unfortunately, we've begun to learn that a few of our previously awarded grants have now been terminated by the federal government. Two, in fact, that I'm aware of. These include the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's $1 million 3-year Clean Hudson grant to Hudson County in partnership with our School of Continuing Education and Workforce Development and Hackensack River Keepers. This environmental justice government to government grant included a workforce component totaling $427,000 at Hudson County Community College that would have served 90 students over the 3-year grant period. And also rescinded, all this just happened in the last few days, in a $150,000 grant awarded by the National Endowment for the Humanities to support the exciting Oral Histories project led by Professor Tony Acevedo and Sean A. Egan. And we want to thank Sean and Tony for their commitment to continuing this project as they're able without this grant funding that we all just recently celebrated. So every day continues to bring new developments, and our focus will always be on our mission and our service to students in the community, and we'll continue to weather these changes as one community and one family. On a much happier note, April is National Community College Month, and with a proclamation passed by Congress and signed by then President Ronald Reagan in 1985. Throughout April, community colleges across the nation are celebrating the important contributions of our community college sector to the nation's entire educational system. At tomorrow's meeting of the Board of Trustees, a resolution will be passed requesting recognition of April 2025 as Hudson County Community College Month by the Hudson County Board of Commissioners. The resolution gets longer every year as we include new items from our ever-growing list of HCCC points of pride. And I do want to thank our colleague, Dr. Heather DeVries, for drafting this year's very affirming statement that's included in tomorrow's board materials for all to see. Thank you very much, Heather. Also at tomorrow's meeting of the trustees, a team of 5 HCCC students who attended the recent Harvard University Model United Nations convening in Boston will speak. And meeting and supporting them was our North Hudson Campus Executive Director, Model UN Advisor Joe Benecchia, who will also participate in tomorrow's presentation to the board. Joe, would I ask you to offer an update on exciting activities?
Thank you, Chris. Hello. And welcome. We should have some students joining us soon. But I'd like to begin to offer some updates that have taken place at the North Hudson campus. We are excited to begin planning for this year's 4th annual Aspiring Student Leadership Conference. This year, we're looking for a keynote speaker to discuss the experience of being a first-generation college student, as many of our students at HCCC come from this background. A special thank you to Dr. Daryl Jones, Angela Kelso, Christian Altamirano, and Sebastian Pisia for their dedication in helping plan this event. Also on April 3rd, come on in. Also on April 3rd, we had a good turnout from the North Bergen High School students at our one-stop event. Students that came registered for the fall semester, and we look forward to welcoming them to the HCCC community. A big thank you to Diana Galvez for her exceptional work planning this event. Thank you, Diana. I want to take this moment to give a special shout out to Nicholas Chevelati for his incredible support that he has provided the North Hudson campus over the years. Nick, your efforts have made a lasting impact, and I won't forget all the support you've given both to me and the campus. We appreciate you very much, Nick. Jason Figueroa, Diane Galvez, and I are currently in the planning stages for the professional development event scheduled for the fall 2025 semester. I will keep everyone updated as our planning moves forward. We are happy to be hosting the Hip Hop Happenings event at the North Hudson campus on April 10. This event will begin at 9 a.m. and faculty are encouraged to bring their students. We are also excited to feature artist Sherwood Danfield, whose work is currently displayed at the Art Concourse Gallery on the 3rd floor. If you have a few minutes today, stop by and see the exhibit. I want to thank Yuris Pujols and Michelle Vitale for all their support in helping plan this event. Thank you so much. This June, Diana and I will be attending the Pathways Summit, Educate, Innovate, Elevate, and Pathways for All in Atlantic City, New Jersey. We're both looking forward to participating in this enriching event. This year at the North Hudson campus, 6 Project Search students will be graduating in June. A special thanks to all the interns and all of the departments that had the interns work for them this year. We appreciate you very much. And a special thank you to Marisol Fuentes and Fabio Cruz. They work for the county and they manage the Project Search students, and we're greatly appreciative of all their work. Recently, I conducted a survey of evening students regarding the possibility of extending the hours of the North Hudson Courtyard at Bay. I have received the results and will be meeting with Dr. Jones and Lori Margola to discuss the next steps. Once I've analyzed the results, I will share them with the college community. Lastly, I want to thank Dean Karakashian, Dean Allison Wakefield, and Dean Burl Yearwood for agreeing to offer Summer 2 classes at the North Hudson campus. I'm trying to expand, well, the campus, our team is trying to expand these course offerings during Summer 2 at North Hudson. I appreciate all the dean's help. Thank you. That's all I have. Do you have any questions?
Thank you so much, Joe, and everybody here at North Hudson. Our Center for Student Success remains on schedule for fall 2026 completion and occupancy. A reminder that we're planning a top-down theme signing ceremony on Thursday, April 17th at noon. I think students will start signing at 11, and the ceremony and the hoisting will happen at 12:30 and 1 o'clock that day. It should be really interesting. We hope many of you can join us. Before I ask Nicholas to provide an update, let me add one more thing. As most of you are aware, Nicholas has recently shared the bittersweet news of his resignation effective July 1st to accept a new full-time opportunity. Nicholas will transition into a part-time consultant role at the college effective July 1st and going forward. And in this new role, we'll continue to offer support for facilities, legal, and governmental issues and projects. We'll greatly miss him in his full-time role here, and we wish him all the best in this next new chapter in his career. And at the same time, we're grateful to continue to work with Nicholas next year in his part-time consultant role at the college. And with that, I'd like to invite Dr. Chevalotti to share an update on center construction, temporary office moving, in addition to really exciting appointments of a new vice president for human resources and an inaugural director of athletics that are also included on tomorrow's Board of Trustees meeting agenda for approval. Nicholas.
Joe, thank you for those kind words. My name, guys, plenty of room. You sit up front. So, Dr. Reber has mentioned, very excited about the Center for Student Success. This project, it remains on schedule for fall 2026 opening. Thursday, April 17th, we will have a topping out celebration. We're all planning it as a celebration, so anyone is going to be invited, the entire community will be invited. Anyone who can make it is more than welcome. There are a couple of opportunities to celebrate. At 11 a.m., we will begin with food trucks, the DJ, and the beam signing. So we have special pens. You can forever sign your name. One of the beams that will be hanging over the gymnasium portion of the building. We will have a ceremony at 12:30, and then we will be there for the beam to be lifted and put in place. The ceremony is going to last from 11 to 2. I encourage everyone who can to attend, especially the students. We're getting the food trucks and the DJs. We also have a pretty cool giveaway, which I'm not going to announce, so you're going to have to come to the event to figure out what that is. As part of this project, we are relocating staff out of 162 Sip Avenue. That is going well. Over spring break, we had the initial relocation of the print and copy shop, as well as grants, advancement, and communications. I want to thank facilities for making that move go as smoothly as possible. I also want to thank everyone in 162 who are being relocated. That includes Those offices, as well as some contractors we have in there, as well as faculty, everyone has been extremely cooperative and kept the complaints to a minimum. Everyone else who's currently located in that building will vacate that building in May, right around graduation, right after graduation. And we have new locations in Journal Square for all those operations, including the construction of a health lab, which will be a permanent improvement, and the construction of a construction management lab, which is also another permanent improvement, as well as the relocation of the bookstore, which we think is a temporary improvement. So thank you to the team, and this really does take a team effort, everyone working on those projects. As Dr. Reber mentioned, we've also made progress on finding a new director of athletics, our inaugural director of athletics, who will be working hard to bring athletics back to the college in the winter of 2026. Jonathan Sisk, who is currently director of athletics from Malcolm X College with the City of Chicago colleges, will be joining us on April 25th. It's his first day on campus. We'll be introducing him to the campus. Don't be shy. He's moving to the East Coast. He'll be new to New Jersey. He's not new to community college athletics. He has over 20 years of experience. And he seems like the type of guy who's going to love Hudson, is going to recognize that it's home. So for students out there who are interested, we're going to set up opportunities to talk to them. We also have made progress on the recruitment for a vice president for human resources. We had to, because I have to, because of my schedule, we really needed to find someone who can do HR, which will make many of our employees happy, so they will no longer have to deal with me. Bob DiMartino, we had 3 people visit campus. Bob DiMartino is going before the board tomorrow. We expect it to be approved. His first day will be May 5th. We are going to also introduce him to our campus throughout the month of May, especially to our faculty and staff. Bob has over 30 years experience. Although he does not have experience in higher education, he has experience in multiple sectors and is no doubt a HR expert. Now let me just conclude, as Joe sort of intimated and Chris announced, I am transitioning my role effective July 1. I want the college community to know this was completely unplanned. Love Hudson. As many of you know, I was born and raised in Hudson County. So Hudson really is home to me, both figuratively and literally. But I have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I've been working with a family on their nonprofit work. So civicsnj.org was launched in March, which will be focused on civic learning and engagement, which I don't think was ever more important than it is today. And they've offered me an opportunity to go work with the family on both their business and nonprofit side. If it wasn't an insane opportunity, I would have never left this place. He would have had me kicking and screaming. I am not completely disappearing, so in Wakefield, if you have a complaint after July 1, my cell phone will still continue to work. But I want to thank everyone because my 8 years here, especially under Chris's leadership, have seen a real, not only growth in the college, but this idea that this college is a family, the cooperative relationship, and all these moves we made, whether it's the parking stackers, taking parking lots online, offline, whether it's building the Center for Student Success. We've made a lot of moves over the last 8 years, and it's only been made possible through the support of everyone in this community. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach Nicholas. And there will be opportunities between now and July 1 for us to thank, celebrate, commemorate Coach Nicholas's plans, and greatly appreciate all of his support over the years and going forward. Now, with Nicholas's departure as vice president, we have a unique opportunity, and this will sound familiar because this is the kind of thing we often do when these changes arise. We have an opportunity to foster growth and broaden responsibilities with other members of the team. And we're recommending to the trustees that Lori Margolin be promoted to vice president for strategic initiatives, continuing education, and workforce development, picking up additional responsibilities and initiatives that have been in Vice President Chevroletti's portfolio. We're further recommending the expansion of Alexa Riano's role to become executive assistant to the president, board of trustees, and chief of staff, while promoting Amala Osborne to Director of Faculty and Staff Development at the Director 2 level. These promotions will broaden Alexa's and Amala's responsibility and further support the important work that's been led by Nicholas as Vice President. And since we will not be appointing a new Vice President to succeed Nicholas, the college will realize a net savings of nearly $60,000 restructuring, while also providing opportunities for the staff members that I just mentioned. So we thank and celebrate all of us. After weeks of hard work, Assistant Professor of STEM and AACC Faculty of the Year, Dr. Claude Lee, and HCCC students Daniel Camarillo, Christina Negron, both of whom I believe are majoring in engineering science, and Marola Joachim, who majors in biology. They all completed a project that they submitted for the National Community College Innovation Challenge, sponsored by the National Science Foundation and the American Association of Community Colleges. By any chance, is Dr. Lee here? I don't think so. Yes, is he? Why are you here? Okay, well, if our students. Hi, are you there?
Yes, I'm working with the machine. Sorry, I'm quite busy and it's so loud in the room working with students. Yes, we are going for the competition. Wish us luck.
We are. And is this the third year that we've entered the competition? I think it's the third year that this will be the third year in which our students either will or have competed in Washington, D.C. with other invited students from across the United States. It's a really big deal there. Congressmen, senators, other dignitaries come by to see the demonstrations. So congratulations, Clyde, Daniel, Christina, and Marola. You truly make us all proud. And we also celebrate HCCC student Lydia Carolina, who has been selected as one of 467 community college student semifinalists for the highly competitive Jack Kent Cooke Foundation Undergraduate Transfer Scholarship. As many of you are aware, because we've had Cook Scholars in the past, this transformative scholarship, and I'm quoting, empowers exceptional community college students with financial need to transfer to the nation's top four-year institutions while avoiding the burden of student debt. The award provides up to $55,000 per year for 2 to 3 years for students who complete a bachelor's degree at any accredited four-year undergraduate institution in the United States. Recently, we've had Cook Scholars go to Princeton and Columbia and Stevens. And then Cook Scholars are also eligible for continued funding to obtain a graduate degree. Lydia is an exceptional student. Obviously, she would need to be in this competition. She's exceptional both inside and outside of the classroom. She's involved in multiple student organizations in the Hudson Scholars NASA program, and she's participated in many conferences, including the recent Harvard Model UN, Phi Beta Kappa International Honors Society, regional and national convenings, including the one that just happened, and other high-impact activities. She's competed in the Bloomberg Global Training Challenge, the Mission 50 Rutgers Business School competition, and the Job and Con Essay Prize competitions, among others. So we wish Lydia all the best in the continuing selection process, and we're very proud of her because she's already won, whether she wins the next one. Speaking of student success, I sent everyone a letter last week from our Achieving the Dream coaches, Dr. Mary Fifield and Renee Garcia, in which they shared observations and recommendations following their recent visit to the college. And I'd now like to invite, I think from the cloud, our colleague, Dr. Heather DeVries, to offer an update on our student success work. Heather.
Thank you so much. It's good to be with everyone this afternoon. Yes, President Reber shared Mary and Renee's follow-up letter from their March 2025 visit last week. As always, it is very affirming of our student success work and includes a number of recommendations that will inform our work moving forward. For their fourth and final visit, Mary and Renee will be here for their fourth and final visit on May 13th and 14th. Among their recommendations is a heavy emphasis on data. So I'd like to take a moment to thank our IR team, led by John Argola, Aisha Edwards, and Katie Blacker, for their continued dedication and hard work in meeting our data needs and building our data capacity. And then otherwise, the DREAM team is working on the 2025 annual reflection from Achieving the Dream. They provide a template that we complete, and it asks us to respond across a variety of different items. But as the DREAM team worked through it at its meeting last week, really there are a number of takeaways. The first of which is how much we're all on the same page with our institutional commitment to our mission and student success. For one item, ATD gives a list of maybe 14 or 15 hindrances, both internal and external, that institutions could face in implementing their student success work. And we check the box of facing very, very few of them, which is remarkable. We also continue to see how our student success work evolves across different areas of the college, including holistic student success, teaching and learning, and data capacity. And then finally, the template asks us to reflect on our goals and set goals for the forthcoming year. So we'll continue to work on that, and we look forward to welcoming Mary and Renee back in the middle of May. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Heather. We really appreciate your outstanding leadership. We continue to make wonderful progress in our strategic enrollment management initiatives that include leadership and support for continuing positive outcomes related to our student retention and new student recruitment goals. And as I often say, this work is owned by everyone, as enrollment is the outcome of everyone's efforts and contributions. We've already heard from Heather about the retention and student success work that we celebrate. I'd now like to invite Dean of Enrollment Services, Matt Fessler, to share an update of our spring and fall enrollment initiatives. Matt also has exciting news to share regarding the appointment of our inaugural director of HCCC's new Hudson Hub One-Stop Services Center. Matt?
Thank you, Chris. Can everyone hear me? All right. So good afternoon, everyone. I do have some exciting news to share in regards to our enrollment numbers, as well as upcoming activities and events. And as Chris mentioned, I do want to announce our inaugural director of our new One Stop. First, our spring 2025 class has officially closed with OMB well on its way, and I'm happy to report we are up about 10% over the spring 2024 class. And the really exciting news is we are up in all categories: new, continuing, early college, and so on. Now, as they say, when one door closes, another one opens, which is the case with registration recently opening for our summer and fall 2025 terms. Now, it's very early in the registration. I think it's only been open for about a week or so now. So we only have a handful of students that are actually registered. But I am happy to say we are up pretty significantly when compared to last year at this time. Fall, we're up about 27%. Summer 1, we're up 46%. And Summer 2, we're up 43%. So obviously off to a great start. As always, cautiously optimistic, but we really like the head start we're getting on our enrollment for the summer and fall. And we will have some more detailed reports coming over the next few weeks as we go forward. Now we continue, our impact on all this great enrollment momentum. We have several enrollment events upcoming, so I just want to announce a few of those. On April 8th, we're hosting our final spring high school pep rally in collaboration with Teen Magazine. We'll have Union City High School coming on Tuesday, tomorrow, April 8th. On April 15th, we have a large ESL group from Bayonne High School coming to visit us to see our campus, do a campus tour, as well as complete their placement and to have a nice lunch with us as well. Many of you know on April 26th, Saturday, April 26th, we have our North Hudson campus open house, which is in Union City. And then on May 8th, we are bringing back our ESL open house. So we will be having an ESL open house with breakout sessions in different languages as well. So that is on May 8th, and I believe that flyer just went out recently to the public. The admissions recruiters have also been participating in several spring fairs, events, and activities with the local high schools. And I also want to mention we are working on 2 large marketing initiatives to boost our fully online enrollment and adult learner population. Lastly, 2 important announcements. First, everyone should be seeing we are running the HCCC Summer Advantage Initiative, where eligible students who were enrolled for Fall 24 or Spring 25 can take up to 7 free college credits this summer. You can find more information and details about this initiative on the HCCC admissions webpage under the tab Summer Registration. And then second, as we continue, to work hard in preparation for our transition to the new tower and the new HCCC One Stop that will be located on the first floor of that tower, which if you don't know, it will be a one-stop shop for everything students need in regard to enrollment, admissions, financial aid, registrar, payments, and billing. And as I said, I'm happy to report at tomorrow's Board of Trustees meeting, we'll be announcing Dominique Maynard as the inaugural director of the new HCC One Stop. Dominique comes from Union County College, where she served as the associate director of their One Stops across several campuses. So she really brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise to really help us launch our first and own One Stop coming up in fall 2026. So we're very excited. She will be joining us in the first week of May. Will be our first week here. So that's all I have for today. But as always, if anyone has any questions now, I'll be happy to answer them. Also, of course, don't hesitate to reach out to me directly or our office if there's any questions or if we can assist anyone, a student, a faculty member with enrollment. We're always happy to help. Thanks, everyone.
You can do these reports every single meeting. Thank you also you did commit to me that those increases, 40%, almost 30% will stick, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the plan. That's what we'll shoot for.
And if they do, I think we have to get started on planning the next tower. We are actually up in, as Matt said, every category, and that includes on ground as well as online. The online piece is, of course, critically important to us. And we thank everybody involved under the leadership of Matt Woodbridge and our teams to provide. Now I think we're moving up to our 22nd or 23rd fully online program by this fall. So that's a tremendous new access opportunity to serve Elliot Olson and others who have not been able to pursue an education we're finished on, sitting in seats at a specific time. All good news. I'd now like to invite Vice President for Institutional Engagement and Excellence, you notice the change in terminology, Dr. Uris Pujols, and our President's Advisory Council on Institutional Engagement and Excellence co-chairs, Diana Galvez and Rafi Manjigian, to offer an update from their office and council that has so much to do with everything we've been celebrating. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. I'm still getting used to the new title, so when Chris said that, I was like, oh, it's not me, I go next. Here easily, but good afternoon, and thank you, Dr. Weber, for the opportunity to speak today. So I will provide a few updates about our offices of institutional engagement and excellence, accessibility services, cultural affairs, and some of our coordinated projects with the council. I will also briefly touch base with some of our immigration resources that we have available for students. And then I'll pass it on to Diana Galvez, who will talk to us about some of the upcoming programs that we have. I know that Rafi Manjigian is not here. I believe that he's participating through WebEx. All three of us will be available at the end to answer any questions that you might have. So as Chris mentioned, we have changed our nomenclature, our transition to institutional engagement and excellence. And that's a practice that many higher institutions and essentially most of our national organizations that we affiliated with, they're doing that as well. But the backbone of the work that we have been doing, that we will continue to do, is about student success, ensuring that we're supporting our students, ensuring that they get to the finish line, and that they're able to complete their credentials and find gainful employment. All of us should be very proud of all the work we've done since the arrival of Dr. Weaver, the inception of the council, and the office that we work at. You look at the website, you could appreciate all the accolades and accomplishments we have received. And they're really a testament of all of you and your commitment to making HCCC feel like all students, faculty, and staff, that community is really home. But even though times are challenging, I'm committed, and I really believe that the future for us is brighter than our past. We have all of those incredible accomplishments. We're going to do better moving forward. So some of the updates that we've completed, we have change titles, websites, emails, signatures, office names. And our aim is to ensure that our public information is accurate and consistent with the new nomenclature. Some of the current projects that we're working on, we have our institutional engagement and excellence multi-year action plan. We're revising it, we're tweaking it. A lot of work went into this, a lot of coordinated efforts, institutional-wide coordinated efforts went into drafting this plan. We're really proud of the document that came out. So we want to ensure that the document is consistent with the new nomenclature, but it's really honest and consistent with the initial vision that we had for the plan. Another document that we're revisiting, lesser extent, is the bylaws of the council. Membership, how they're appointed, how they, essentially other processes associated with it. But the Office of Accessibility Services, I just wanted to add that we are providing awareness, training, and support to other community about accessibility, best practices. And we can also support students and employees who might need accommodations. Again, our goal is to make sure that we are a best practice college when it comes to accessibility services, and that we continue to promote a culture of accessibility. I want to thank Danielle Lopez, Director of Accessibility Services, and her team, for really taking the lead on advancing us on that. Also, our Office of Cultural Affairs is hosting our 4th annual Wordsworth Poetry Festival. It will take place at the Deneen Hall Gallery on April 10th to the 11th. This festival is a partnership between the college and the Jersey City Public Schools, where students from the Jersey City Public Schools will provide performances and will really provide the materials for the poetry. All of that will be hosted in the gallery, and all of you are welcome to attend. That's open to students, faculty, staff, and community members. Joel Kniglia mentioned the Hip Hop Happening program. That's an excellent program. And I also want to highlight Thelma of the Will. She is going to be joining us tomorrow. She's going to be appointed by the board as the new coordinator. She's an alum of Hudson County Community College. She's been working at the Office of Cultural Affairs for the last 4 years. So we're really excited that she'll be coming in that capacity. And also Zachary Forrest also accepted that position and Associate Director for Veterans Affairs and International Student Services. That will really help us elevate both of these systems going forward. And finally, our annual Juneteenth celebration will full planning mode with that. Over the end of this week, we hope to share save the date. And we're looking at Thursday, June 19th, evening at 6 p.m. and it will be at the gallery as well. And another excellent program that we're hoping that all of you will be able to participate. And the president mentioned this when he spoke about our support for students. There's a lot going on out there. And the point that I wanted to make is that you're not alone. In the website, we have a section both documented and undocumented. Do you mind dropping the link on the chat? In that side of the chat, we have dropped in information, resources that are available for students. That includes legal services. The students are able to go in and seek those opportunities. We have a significant number of hotlines that are available for students to call to get information. We also conducted or offered 2 excellent, well, 3, but 2 last legal information sessions with lawyers. We have the recordings on the website, how they can get all the information available. So every student, faculty, and staff should really have access to all of that. And again, if there are questions, concerns, even though I cannot provide legal advice, our office is committed to make sure that you have the support that you need. We're happy to talk to you and make sense of all these resources that are available to you. And with that, we wanted to pass it on to Diana to celebrate with that.
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Monday. I hope all of you had a restful spring break and can also celebrate a loving and blessing week. I want to take a moment to highlight some exciting events coming up this month to celebrate the uniqueness of the Hudson County Community College family. So take out your calendars and mark them up. Today, At 3 p.m., the Student Government Association is hosting girls' dinner in the library 6th floor atrium. It's going to be a fun, casual evening with great food, laughter, and connections. While it's in honor of Women's History Month, everyone is welcome. Guys. On Thursday, April 10th, we have a full lineup. So we have events going on all day. We're starting off with the Hip Hop Happenings, which is a hip hop dance workshop that explores mental health, disabilities, and healing. That is going to start at 9 p.m. here at the North Hudson campus. At 2 p.m. at the North Hudson campus, the Student Life and Leadership and the Advisement Office is having a cafecitos and consejos, a warm space to connect over coffee and get solid guidance on your academic journey. At 3 p.m., back at the Journal Square campus, April 10th, at the second floor, Student Center multi-purpose room, Sisters Empowering Sisters is holding a cozy sisterhood and cinema pajama movie night, and they're going to be showcasing the Sisterhood of Traveling Pants. Later on, at 6 p.m. in the same multi-purpose room, Girls Who Code will be showcasing Big Hero 6, and it's a great way to unwind at the end of the day and connect with your peers and talk a little bit about tech. This Friday at 6:30 p.m., get ready to move with the Starry Eye Dance Team. They're hosting a Her Vibes Only, a Women's History Month party and showcase in the same multi-purpose room. It's going to be a celebration of strength, creativity, and power of women through music and dance. This Saturday, the Student Parent Allegiance will be hosting a Arabic story time in our Gilbert Library at 12:30 p.m. It's a beautiful way to share language, culture, stories, and our youngest learners. On April 15th, Student Life and Leadership and the Connecting Cafe will be hosting its annual First Gen celebration right here in the multi-purpose room in North Hudson at 3 p.m. We're going to be having a resource fair for giveaways and hopefully a keynote speaker. And then on Thursday, April 17th, the library, HCCC Library, Student Life and Leadership, and the LGBTQ+ Club in the Student Center Lounge will be screening Stonewall, honoring LGBTQ+ history and resilience. And 2 events happening on April 22nd is Mental Health Counseling and Wellness, along with Pride Center, is hosting a sexual assault awareness workshop in the Student Center in multi-purpose room in the 2nd floor in Jersey City at 11. And in North Hudson at 4 p.m., we will be hosting Un Paso a la Esperanza in Search of the American Dream, where 3 high school, Union City High School seniors will come and share their stories about crossing the border. And then finally, on April 28th, in celebration of Community College month, the Department of Career Transfer Pathways, Career and Transfer Pathways, along with La Hermanidad, will be hosting a Spill the Tea, Real Stories of Women from Community College, and we will be playing Two Truths and Lies. So it's just to pass by. Thank you. That's what I have.
And you're Hispanic, can you repeat that? No, I'm just you know, I keep getting asked to participate in hip hop. I just can never make the schedule work. I think it's really exciting. So thank you all for all the progress. And you know, back to enrollment, the wonderful news that Matt shared. It surely looks, based on the trend line, that this coming year, our enrollment will surpass the pre-pandemic level of enrollment at this college and continue growing. And it's nice to come full circle to be able to say that. Over the weekend, our valued colleague Angela Tuzzo was honored at Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society's annual Catalyst Conference in Kansas City, Missouri. She was presented with Phi Theta Kappa with their Outstanding College Administrator Award. We congratulate Angela, and also congratulations to students and chapter advisor Ted Lai, who offered a standing room only presentation. This conference attended by something like 3,000 students, faculty, and staff from the world. And we also just congratulate a number of our HCCC students and staff for exemplary scholarship and service. Advisors and students, thanks for all you do to support our community and the college's people and mission. And I think that deserves applause. This week, a strong contingent of HCCC students, faculty, and staff will attend the annual conference of the American Association of Community Colleges, or AACC, in Nashville, Tennessee. And at the conference, we'll celebrate 3 national finalists for this year's American Association of Community Colleges 2025 Awards of Excellence. We congratulate Lori Margolin and Dr. Heather DeVries for their leadership that's led to the college's selection as one of 5 finalists throughout the country for AACC's 2025 Outstanding College Corporate Partnership Award. And this is for the college's incarcerated and reentry training programs in partnership with community agencies. And further, we congratulate Associate Dean of Career and Transfer Pathways, Jennifer Valkersel, who's one of 3 finalists for AACC's 2025 Rising Star Manager Award of Excellence. And we congratulate Associate Professor and Coordinator of the HCCC Construction Management Program, Dr. Azar Mahmood, 3 finalists for AACC's 2025 Faculty Innovation Award of Excellence. So Lori, Heather, Jennifer, and Azar, congratulations, you make us all proud. No, now open the meeting to questions, comments, concerns, announcements, suggestions, topics of celebration. For those here at the North Hudson campus, do we have a microphone? We have a microphone that we'll get to you. And of course, for those